Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Alia binti Sharul Baha, and without further ado, I am going to proceed the presentation with the solutions and implementation part in addressing sexism and also sexual harassment in Uber. Well, um, just like society, Uber believes that it is essential for our organization to implement and also to impose strong working policy in order to address, to coordinate, and also to manage the mishap that is happening in our organization relating to the issue discussed. Um, Here, Uber believes that the implementations of strict working policy in the organization can ensure even the slightest incremental change by chance in protecting the rights of our workers. Thus, it will end up producing such healthy working environment um, aligned with the needs of our staff. Well, um, in trying to implement such strong working policy, Uber will call out such policy that is centralized in the virtue of respect others' dignity and also equality. It's entitled for everyone in addressing the issue of sexism and also sexual harassment in Uber. Well, in a way of implementing strong working policy, Uber believes that by having a strong punishments and also sanctions um, for those who violate the regulations of this policy, will help in shaping the behavior in order to avoid and also to reduce the issue regarding sexual harassment and sexism, and if possible, trying to solve completely this issue. Well, Uber believes that strong punishment, like having to lose their job, to be deported to another department, and to cut down their salary as part of the punishment for those who violate the policy, will eventually shape the behavior so that they will try as best as they could, regardless of their sex, regardless their positions, and also the seniority that they have, to abide the policy that is implemented in the company. Well, in order for our company to implement strong working policy, our HR department will be the head and will be in charge in finding the best possible policy, strong policy, in order to solve sexism and also sexual harassment issue in our company. Um, Through this, our HR department will sit together will, with the heads of all departments of our company to sit and to discuss on what is the best policy, the best policy to be taken and to be implemented in order to address this issue. Well, in carrying out this process, our HR department will use the approach of policy analysis process. The reason why our company is using or believe in this policy analysis process is because the nature of this process that is very rational. Although the approach is quite controversial in implementing it, due because this process is actually take quite a long time in order to pick the best policy, the best solution ever. So although it require quite a long time, but we do believe, our company believes that um, the best policy will ensure the best efficiency and also the best efficient solution in order to address this issue. Um, This approach of a policies analysis process will include various stage. Like for instance, we will go into identifying the problem stage, and then going to the research stage, setting out the objective, and lastly is to decide which is the best possible policy that we can come out. By taking this approach, for instance, in addressing sexism in our department, in our company, well, we will try to identify the problem. For instance, um, we can take, we can take um, gender pay gap in among our male and female worker. So the problem here is the gender pay gap. So a research will be conducted by our HR department in in order to trying to understand this issue better. And then from that research, we will come out with a possible best policy and with the best objective in trying to address sexism in gender pay gap terms. And then lastly, we will decide on which is the best policy that we can come out with. And in addressing and while trying to use this policy analysis process, um, our the way we choose the best policy is through the effectiveness. How we are going to evaluate the effectiveness is that our company will do survey in among our worker on regarding the effectiveness of of the policy that we are trying to make, and then through that we we will take the best possible the best effective policy ever, effective policy in addressing this issue. Therefore, that is all from me. Thank you.